Hey folks, welcome back. This is Chris in the Highveld once again. I'm actually here at the site of the construction for the Akademia campus, the new one that's been talked about recently in the press. Of course, I've visited the actual existing campus, which is in a former lodge back in town where students have been learning at Akademia, which is accredited fully and earning their degrees. But now they're building this new campus, and I'm here with Henk, but you're gonna have to forgive me, Henk. I can do Volkskenk, I can do Du Toy, I can do lots of stuff, but you're gonna have to help me with your surname. It's Henk Skarlakam. Did you get that? Okay, sorry. I don't mean to make fun. I mean, my name's Wyatt. That's hard for some people. But anyway, so Henk Skarlakam.
Yes.
Hey, all right. So Henk, I asked to come out and take a look at the site, and you kindly spent some time with me or late this afternoon. I just want to talk about the campus. I understand that it's projected, this campus, to open in 2028, and with the academic year, would that be in January?
Yeah, so we open here 2028 in January, but we hand it over fully developed October 2027, so that Academia can move in during December and be ready in January.
So Henk, when you say we hand it over, you're not part of Academia. You guys are building this for Academia.
Yeah, so we are Canton, we are property development company, and we own the property and we lease it to Academia. We are Afrikaans orientated, and we also did that for Soltech. We own the Soltech campus and we own the Soltech residence, and they lease it from us. So we forge a partnership between culture and capital. On the one hand, we provide the facilities that the Afrikaans institutions need through which they can live, and on the other hand, we raise the necessary finance from banks and investors, and they also support the cause of Afrikaans through investing in us.
Henk, so I want to be clear, because I've been clear myself, but now I'm talking to someone that actually knows. It's not just me reporting on it. No public money is involved in this. This is raised private capital and donations that are raising this incredibly impressive campus. You'll see the footage as we talk when this is published, but that's all being done with private financing and with donations. No public funds, no tax money.
No tax money, no public funds. Donations go straight to Academia, which is the non-profit institution, and investors' money and finance we raise from banks comes into Canton.
So I want to talk a little bit about that, because there's been some angst in the media by a senior ANC official, former ANC official recently, a teacher nonetheless, who said that it's wrong to have an Afrikaans medium university here. And she gave the impression to the public that tax money was being used for that, to try to besmirch it. That's my comment. You don't have to comment on that. But there's, under Section 235 of South Africa's Constitution, cultural rights are protected, and I would assume that that's probably one reason why you can do something like this. Plus, you comply with education laws. But is there any law, is there any reason that the Zulu people, who are the largest ethnic group in the country, about 14, 15 million Zulus, I think, at this stage, any reason they can't raise capital and build a Zulu median, or the Xhosa people or any other group, to raise funds amongst their cultural group to build a campus like this and run a university in their own mother tongue?
There's nothing.
Wait. They could just do that.
They are free to do that. It's not us who's not within the Constitution. It's the things that Dr. Naledi Pandor said that's not within.
Oh, I wasn't going to mention her name, but okay, the cat's out of the bag. Yes. Naledi, of course, it's Tswana for star, if you didn't know that. That's what it means.
What does it mean?
Naledi is a Tswana word which means star, like
star.
in sky. Yeah.
Star
Pandor.
Yeah.
So, but she's not shining very brightly on this topic. So you were saying, I'm sorry, I interrupt you. Dr. Naledi Pandor had complained about this, but go ahead.
Yeah, her complaints.
Yes.
Is not validated through the Constitution we have. She's not within the Constitution. It's us who's within the Constitution. We are exercising our rights as a cultural community, and any other cultural community
can do the same.
And we invite them to come and see, what we do, and encourage them to do it themselves as well.
In fact, look, I mean, honestly, if it were up to me, I would encourage the Zulu to build a Zulu language medium instruction university.
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, they're large enough, they're strong enough, they have enough influence, and the numbers are there. Why not have one? You know, the recent adoption of the Basic Education Laws Amendment Act forces children, when they're going to primary school, to be taught in a colonial language. It's not Afrikaans. That's not the colonial. That's an African language, by the way, in case you're not keeping up on linguistics. But English, which is my mother tongue, which is pushed on me by my ancestors and others. But English is the medium instruction that all children, whether they're Venda, Xhosa, Tswana, Swati, Afrikaner, Portuguese, the only ones who have a fair advantages are the English-speaking South Africans, of which only 6% of the population. That seems kind of odd to me.
Yeah, that's unfortunately the result of the choices that was made in the past, and I think a cultural community are paying the price, and individuals are also paying the price by not being educated in their mother tongue.
Because it's a distinct disadvantage when you rock up at school in primary school and you're introduced to a foreign language. Now, kids are flexible. They'll learn quickly, but it's not the same. You have an advantage when you learn your mother tongue, and then you learn the other language, like say English, as a second language. There's nothing wrong with having it as a second language. But all right, so let's move off from that topic and get back to the campus here, because that's what we want to talk about. So this campus is looks rather large, the land. So the property here, or can you tell us how large the property is?
Yeah, it's 220 hectares, and we are developing during phase 1, 55,000 square meters of buildings, which is 4 residences, and then the academic campus, and then small other buildings we need, like technical facilities, the entrance, security and safety. So yeah, it's a big project. It's a big project going on in South Africa at the moment, due to a slack in these kind of big projects, and this is also a contribution in building the country.
Well, it's employing lots of people. I mean, I see it's knockoff time down here, and I see an awful lot of workers just about to wrap up down here, putting rebarb in this building. I mean, I don't know how many are here, but I've seen a few hundred at least that are employed building this campus. As you said, it's one of the biggest projects underway in South Africa right now.
Yeah. So what we think is on the height, during the highest time of this development, there's going to be 2,000 people employed on this site.
Wow. Well, and I noticed that most of the people that I met, they're doing construction, they're not first language Afrikaans speakers.
No.
They're South Africans who are being employed here in a project in South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got good relations.
No, I can see that. I imagine. Now, here's a little thing about the site. You can't see it, but I'll put a video so you can see what's going on here. But just within meters of where we're standing, we're back in the bush. It's South Africa. It's right here. We're on a ridgeline overlooking the main academic buildings here. But we're in the bush, and there's Nyala here, there's Impala, there's Duikers, I understand, too. I don't know about kudu, but maybe they can import those. But I imagine that since the property will be fenced, that there'll have to be someone at the campus that's into wildlife management so they don't overpopulate or so. Would that be part of what's going on here?
Yeah, 100%. So the whole campus will be managed, and we are already busy doing that. So we've got programs going on in keeping the wildlife here intact, and because it's during this construction, and all of them are here, they are happy. And then we are also keeping it a natural environment, so plants that's not indigenous and stuff like that, we take it out. Yeah, so it will be a beautiful bushveld environment within which the students will learn.
So a natural bushveld will be here.
Yeah.
So when you said, are there already invasive species here that you're removing now that have found their way here?
Yeah. So the whole area, the whole Pretoria area, struggles with poppy weed, and in January we've cut all the flowers before the seed
had
was
a chance
spread,
to bloom,
and we took off 980 big plastic bags of flowers. And we'll do that next year, and they say in the 3rd year you've won it.
You've won battle.
And then we are now currently busy cutting lantana, which is also a
invasive species.
Yeah, invasive species. Yeah.
All right. So you mentioned earlier to me, as we're driving around, we're looking at topsoil that had been moved and some of the building material that's from the site that's going to be used for construction of the roads, for the base and that sort of thing. You mentioned the amount of soil that's been moved already, and it's a gobsmacking amount. I mean, it's a train that runs for what, like 150 kilometers if you filled all the cars with soil.
Yeah,
How much soil has been removed?
it's 350,000 cubic meters of ground.
Wow.
Soil, and it's a freight train from here to Witbank.
Good Lord, that's a lot of dirt.
It's a lot of dirt, yeah. And we reuse everything, so nothing was taken off site. We've put it in.
So it never went to a train to Witbank. You're just describing what it would be. Okay.
Yeah, none of it went to Witbank.
It's all still here. So what's been the biggest challenge of this particular project? Because Akademia has been around for a few years now. It's accredited, and you've obviously wanted to get this project done. It started a few years back. There must have been challenges. Was initially finding a site where you could find appropriate space and land, or was it financing, or is it just the whole concept even trying this? What was the biggest challenge?
I think it's a series of challenges.
So they came in at different times.
They came at different times, but you know, I'm delivering a speech on Friday, and I had to write the story of Canton. And
so he gets to rehearse it now. I won't charge him.
And what I realized in telling the story, in writing the speech, is that every step we took, from that we established ourselves in 2019, every step we took, the first step was in the dark. And
you had no idea where you were going.
No, we knew where we are heading to, but you are not sure where the money is going to come from. You just know that's what you must do.
You had a plan, a boer maak 'n plan.
A boer maak 'n
But
plan.
a boer also needs money.
A boer needs some money, and then you give the step in faith.
Yes.
And then the solutions are provided. But without taking that step, nothing would have happened. And we've learned over 7 years to continuously take those steps, and we are really amazed. You know, the work we did not do, because there was a lot of things that was provided for by God.
Well, you know, maybe it's not fair to ask this question, but you've opened the door, so I'm going to ask it. The Boers and the Afrikaners typically are people of faith, deep faith. Do you believe that faith played a role in reaching this stage?
100%.
Yeah.
I'm here because I'm called. If I was not called to do this, I would not have been here. And I don't think we would have had the courage to do this without faith.
Well, I have to say, Henk, that I'm pretty impressed by what we're seeing here. I also have to say that I could get in this place. I haven't heard one Hadida yet.
They are, yeah.
Well, they must have heard me coming. I think the birds think I've got a rifle or a shotgun.
You know why they scream? When they fly?
People give me lots of reasons. What are you going to tell me?
They are afraid of heights.
That's what I've heard. So, Henk, before we wrap up, what's the most fulfilling thing for you working on this project? There's got to be something personally that's been very rewarding for you.
Yeah, so I was a 5th generation Potchefstroom University student. So my great grandfather was one of 5 first years in when the institution was established in Bredasdorp. That's even before it went to Potchefstroom. So I was, you know, in the Afrikaner fraternity. A 5th generation student is there's not a lot of them.
There's not a lot in my family. 5 generations, not that many university graduates.
Yeah. So and you know, that institution changed, but we are the erfenis, the heritage
Yes.
of higher education in Afrikaans. You don't need you can continue it through a
different institution.
a different institution, and with a place like this. So that's got a lot of personal meaning for myself. It is very fulfilling to build something for my children and our community's children. Yeah, it's a reason. It's so fulfilling to be involved with projects like this.
That's pretty incredible. Now, this has all been fascinating. I've enjoyed it, and I hope the audience does too. But now it's time to get down to brass tacks, okay? And we're going to get to the bottom line, because students are going to come here. They're going to want to come here. There's netball fields. swimming pools. Yes, swimming
Yeah.
pools. 5 rugby pitches.
Yeah.
I'm liking that. Also, a track and field. So you got sports facilities. We've seen the living quarters, the dormitories.
Yes.
Okay, so a place to live, a place to study, a place to exercise. The college students like to relax too. Were there any sort of canteen or club or something like that where they can let down their hair? Let's be honest though, the boys should have short hair like this. I'm just saying. But anyway, I mean, is there going to be something like that envisioned for the campus as well?
Yeah, 100%. There's a student center down
That
here.
student center, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a student center. There's going to be each dormitory got its own clubhouse.
Mhm.
And in coffee house, and then there's going to be breakouts. I'm going to show you the braai plek we built.
Okay.
So you, and there's going to be like little paadjies where the students can take walks, and so, and then also the community in the area, you know, there's
will they be able to visit the campus?
There's a few water holes here already, you know,
Okay.
and where they can quench their thirst if they need to.
Ah, I see. Well, it's just off campus. But so when you finish construction, let me know when they install the zip line here. I've done Mahalisburg, Saris, I've done Caledon, and now I've done Mossel Bay, where I was drenched because the last wave caught me and completely engulfed me. There'll be no waves here, but if you install a zip line, I'll have to come out and do the zip line at Akademia.
I'll invite you, Chris. Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah. Well, Henk, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you for helping us understand a little bit more about the project here, what it's all about. Bye, donkey.
My pleasure.
Cheers, folks.